So, what if Cujo was a chimpanzee? We get our answer in this one. Why, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a Revolting review. First Revolting review of 2026. So, I'm Randall Ross, and today I review Primate. Yes, Primate. That is written by Jonathan Roberts and Ernest Rira, and is directed by Jonathan. Oh wait, no, it's Johannes. Sorry, not Jonathan. Johannes Roberts, and it stars Johnny Squarzea or something, Jessica Alexander, and Troy Kotzer. So this is a natural horror film where in the film a tropical vacation goes awry when Ben, a family's adopted chimpanzee, is bitten by a rabid animal and suddenly becomes violent. So that's the story there. So yes, basically, we see a chimp go apeshit on rabies, and yes, we see this. So yeah. So what did I like about this one? Well, first of all, I liked that a lot of the gory effects were practical, from what I could gather. Hard to tell if it's CGI or something like that, but the fact that it looks convincing, I think, is a job well done for me. I also like the intensity and the whole like when the chimp's got his guard down, they like use that moment of opportunity to like get like an advantage or something. And yeah, I like the performances that are put into this as well, and the intense horror. I will say though that the chimp Ben, he's a practical effect and that, and puppetry from what I've seen in the movie, and is played by Miguel Torres Umber. Um, so he's played by a person, but not in CGI motion capture like Andy Serkis was in, the Planet of the Apes films. But yeah, I like that it's practical with the chimp, but you can still tell it's not an actual chimp. But well, not every film can be perfect, I guess. Also, with the budget they had, I like the Hawaii setting and the tropicalness, and how they all think fast, where they think they get into the pool, they're safe. However, it does play out like Cujo. If you've seen the 1983 film, which is based on Stephen King's novella of a rabid St. Bernard, it kind of does play out like that because, like Cujo, the animal's rabid. He's a beloved family pet. They're stranded and, stranded to one primary location. In Cujo, it was a car. In this one, it's the swimming pool. And also, the setting's different. It's in Hawaii, but the ending, now this is fairly new. I don't want to give too much away about it. I'm trying to keep this as spoiler free as possible, but like the ending and stuff, how that plays out, yeah, if you've seen Cujo, it pretty much like thinks copied and pasted it from that, in the movie. Like I say, I won't give too much away on it. But also, like, one of our characters, they are bitten by the animal, and that's quite a brutal scene. That is the thing, though. I liked the scenes where it was brutal with the ape. There's like a bit in the movie where he gets a guy and tears off his bottom jaw with his bare hand, and even another where it beats a guy to death with a shovel. But also the patriarch of the family in it, Adam, played by Troy Kutzer, he's deaf and communicates through sign language. And there's that bit in the film where he's walking around the house oblivious to what's going on, and we see the ape lurking around, waiting to cause chaos. I believe the actor as well is deaf too, and you know, yeah, the sign language and the reading subtitles weren't no problem for me. I do and know sign language and stuff, so that were no problem for me. The opening as well, like we see like one of those moments where the vet comes in to check on the chimp, and then it does a full Travis the Chimp on him. If you know of the Travis the Chimp incident of 2009, you will know what I'm on about. But then we jump to 30 hours earlier of the film, and yeah, but this is about 90 minutes long, so it's not a long movie. It's quite, fast-paced, cuts to the chase. I mean, I get that it's meant to be heartbreaking for Ben, who is meant to be a beloved family pet, but I feel we don't see enough of that side of Ben to care that much. It's like we see him a little bit where he's getting to know people, he's, shaking hands, he's being friendly with like the new guests and stuff, the new faces he's meeting. But like I say, with that faster pace, doesn't give me quite the time to sympathise for him, unlike Cujo, where, he slowly deteriorates into this rabid monster. From the get-go, we just see Ben, briefly kind, then he turns feral and evil, and he's an evil monkey. God, he is evil. He smashes the TV in, he rams through glass, he beats a woman at one point with a rock. There's even a bit what you see in the trailer where a girl gets into the car, she's in the wrong car, and the ape has the key fob, and he gets in there, and whew, yeah. But yeah, like I said, I like the brutality of this film, and it's, from what I could gather, practical effects. This came out at the Fright Fest Festival, I believe, in September, and released, Fright Fest Festival in September, and I believe is released recently in America. Doesn't come out until the 29th or the 30th of January in the UK. I got an exclusive preview for it, so I was lucky enough to see that. But that's why I'm trying to keep it spoiler free as possible, because it's not out till the end of the month in the UK. But I thought it was a simple enough creature feature. Like I say, that they say January is like a dumping ground for movies that they don't believe in. But in recent years, we've had a few, surprises, like Megan a few years ago, and that, and so yeah, this by no far was a bad movie. It didn't bore me. Like I say, it kept me on the edge. It was suspenseful. Also, the soundtrack, the score in the film, the music that played in it kind of gave me vibes of Suspiria. The 1997 Giallo film from, Dario Argento. I don't know why, it just did. If you've seen the movie, you might know what I'm talking about. But yes, like I say, probably my first horror movie of 2026 I'm reviewing. So yeah, do I need to say anything else about Primate? I don't think I do. So the ratings, what am I going to rate this one? I will give Primate, I will give it 3.5 stabs out of 5. Yeah, 3.5 stabs out of 5, because like I say, what makes this terrifying is shit like this has happened before. Like I said, the Travis the Chimp incident, there's probably way more out there. It just shows you can't keep a chimpanzee as a pet, because you never know when their wild instincts will kick in and when they'll go, bad shit, ape shit crazy. I don't think you can keep a chimp as a household pet in the UK. I know in some states of America you can, but yeah, just shows man can't tame it all. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this Revolting review. Have you seen it yet? What did you think to it? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share with your friends and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are linked down below in the description, so you can check all that out. I have been Random Ross. This has been a Revolting review, and until next time, don't have nightmares.